Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so again with the Magic Ears background, I wanted to talk about two different things today. I wanted to talk about bookings and standbys, and then teaching with passion. I am a long-time Reddit lurker, and there have been some constructive criticism about people getting feedback that they're not smiling, that they're not teaching with passion. So we're going to discuss that. First, let's talk about bookings. There are two ways to get booked. One, regular bookings. You open your slots, they turn from that peachy color to green. Those are your regular classes. Then there are standbys. Standbys go to a light blue if it's not been booked and it's opened. You click one at a time, confirm, then it goes to a dark blue if you are on standby. So, how do you get standby? Say, maybe you took the weekend off, you're sick, you had a technical issue, equipment issue, and you're like, money, money, money. But you want to go ahead and get filled. First thing, if Magic Ears is your main company, if you're looking for money, Magic Ears pays very, very well. And we had, in my previous videos, have talked about what you start out at. So we're not going to go into that. Now, standbys have a bonus of $2 plus your base pay. And that takes place in exchange of participation, peak time, all that other stuff. You don't get extra bonuses. It's just base pay, $2. And if you have a standby and you don't get into a class, you still get $5 just for clicking the button. So let's talk about standbys. The first opportunity to grab standbys is at the 24-hour period. For example, I'm in the central time zone in the state of Texas. So my schedule in the morning is 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. At 4 a.m. Wednesday, the 4 a.m. slot on Thursday can become available. That is my first opportunity to grab the standby. That's the one that you will most likely hear being talked about. 24 hours, that's the first opportunity. Stuff happens though overnight. People get up, the kids are sick, you're sick, you're not feeling it. You know there's a wonderful cancellation policy at Magic Ears. So what do I do to get standbys? And I've gotten 8 in a row. So listen up. 3 a.m., an hour before that 4 a.m. class, Becky has her cup of coffee and logs on. I refresh every 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, looking at the 4 o'clock. Okay, so say I have a 4 o'clock. I still want to look at the bookings. So at 3:50, I open the Magic Ears platform. It's already opened. I log into my class, mute the microphone, mute the camera, go back to the bookings page, and see if I can grab a 4 a.m. for the next day. Ain't no shame in this game, let me tell you. Be quick, because people are starting their classes. The people that woke up and aren't feeling it, maybe some students did some last minute finagling, whatever. Who knows what happened. But you go in there and you grab it. And grab it like your life depends on it, because it's money. You gotta be quick. It doesn't count towards your rating, but it is straight up the max you will get. So, and you keep doing it. And in the evenings on Fridays and Saturdays, you can sometimes see standbys, but mostly they're in the mornings during the weekday. There is not one weekday that is more prone to standbys. I have gotten standbys on every single day. Out of This is my second month at Magic Ears, and I've gotten over 40 standbys. Easy. And I mean, not, and that's not picking all the standbys. That's just picking the ones I want. I am on it, refreshing it. If I don't get it 24 hours before, I get it the morning of. Because anything can happen, and they need teachers in the classroom. So, that is a beautiful thing about standbys. They pay whether you teach the class or not. You don't get as much money if you don't teach it, $5. But if you do teach it, you get your base pay plus the $2. Beautiful. And it's a great way to fill in. So, for example, let me go back here. This week I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 standbys over 4 days. And that was not grabbing all of them. I don't want to do more than 3 standbys in a row. Now, I have done 8 classes, and I think 7 of them were standbys. And I did that within the first 3 weeks I was working. So I literally did 8 classes back to back. Won't be doing that again. That's a lot when you have to teach with passion. So let's talk about teaching with passion. And this is good advice if you're starting out. If you are coming, well, let's go back a little bit. The complaint I heard on Reddit in the Magic Ears community was that the person was a brick and mortar ESL teacher. They had these 10 years of experience or 6 years of experience. And then they're at another company experience. But they did not feel like they were teaching with passion at Magic Ears. Let me explain it. Smile. There's no reason you should have resting face at all during class. You can do it does half smile. You know, this isn't rocket science, folks. You're being paid. You can smile. They're asking you to teach with passion. So what does some of that mean? And this is just based on my own teaching perspective. I teach mostly level 1s and 2s. So other levels, this may vary. My advice. I always spend the first 2 minutes. Hello. Welcome to Magic Ears. What's your name? What a great name. Mrs. Bear. Hello, student. I'm Mrs. Bear. Mrs. Bear's going to help us with our vocabulary. So you notice smile, TPR, prop. So I have Mrs. Bear. I ask all my students, are you happy today? Good job. Smile. Guess what? We get a trophy. Now let me show you the first trophy. Before I got my first check, I made this trophy. It's just a little thing and I go, trophy time! But now I got this trophy off of Amazon and it was like a few dollars. And it's trophy time! Because we know we give about 6 to 8 trophies to each student during the progression of the lesson. And there's a button to give each student a trophy. So it's group trophy. Trophy time! So do you have to act like a fool? No, but you should be excited. Children know if you are not happy, if you're not a happy teacher. So you should be a happy teacher. This is not Shakespeare. You're teaching English. So in levels 1, levels 2, you might have some alphabets. Big A, big B, little b. Hello! Help us with the alphabet. Apple, bear. Good going. And then another thing you do is you always have some one-on-one time. So I do what I call our vocabulary reviews because there is timing. And I tend to be efficient. So I, do what I need to do, then move on. But I have about 3 or 4 vocabulary reviews. So I pull the student up. Hello, let's review. Big A, little a. Good job. Apple. Great pronunciation. Good work. Big B. Little B. Bear. Great job. I knew you could do it. Pull them down. Pull the next student up. I know you've got this. Encouraging. You should be encouraging to the child. You should address them by name. And, if they're happy and excited, good for you. High five. So I always do these high fives. Clap your hand. Put it together. Good job. Great work. So you should be addressing them. And then when it comes to the crown page, crowns for everybody. Yay. And they're like, 5 crowns. Okay. And there's 5 different crowns. So you put them all up for each one. And you're like, oh, good job. Hooray. So yeah, is it exaggerated a little bit? Sure, but that's what children respond to. So you want them excited about the material. You want them to feel they have one-on-one instruction from you. Even if there's 4 children, it is easy to do if you manage your time. Yes, they can all say the sentences in the middle. All of them. They can say the sentences. Good job. Will you buy a bike? Good work. I knew you could do it. All right. Next person. So, yeah, teach with passion. And let's review together. Some by themselves, some together. And at the end of the lesson, goodbye, student name. Goodbye, student B name, C name, D name. Thank you for attending class. I will see you later. And then close out. And yes, I get 4s and 5s. Out of 140 classes taught, I've only gotten 2 that were not good. And one was about the background. This is before I had this background. So they said the background was bland, teacher was great, background was bland. So guess who got a big background now? The second one was she felt her student, it was about the one-on-one interaction. It wasn't enough. So that, student wasn't paying attention. Just do the best you can. But, I'm not mad at her. If I was her, I'd be like, pay attention to my student too. So, it doesn't hurt my feelings, the feedback. It's useful. It is like feedback from your coaches. It only makes you do better. So it is in the coach's best interest to get you to a place to rank up. It is in your best interest to get more bookings, to rank up, but you will do it on your own schedule. So I ranked up from sophomore to junior in 3 weeks. Some people have done it in 2. Some people, it took a month. None of it is wrong. We all have different positives and negatives that we bring to the classroom. So, that's teaching with passion. You should always have a facial expression. It could be good, half smile, and practice it. Listen, if you're sitting there and saying, Becky, I can't do these half smiles for X hours, then honey, do not book yourself for X hours. If you need a break, break. For example, from now on, you know, after I did that whole 8 classes in a row, I was like, oh God, thought my face was going to freeze. So I know that I don't want more than 4 classes in a row. And I've done 5. But, that's kind of how it goes. So between regular bookings and standbys, I prefer not to do more than 4 classes in a row. So we do all that. And we want to be happy. You should be happy with your job. Wake up an hour before your classes, get that cup of coffee, get that glass of tea, get that soda, whatever it is that you drink in the morning. I make notes so I know, for example, like today, I came in, I had a 5 a.m. class, so it was 5-4 students, 5-4, draw a line, all the keywords. So there was jacket, vest, jeans. Those are examples of some keywords for my classes. So I wrote those down. I know what the song is about because you can preview the lesson. And it doesn't take long. It's just like, hello, how are you? Or maybe, my home is small and sweet. What a treat. We skateboard with all my friends. There's a few different songs. So I know if I want them to repeat a word out of the song. So we may get done with the song and they'll be like, oh, and then I'll be like, Lulu, short and sweet. Good job. What a treat. Good going. I knew you could do it. Next student. Hi. I love my home, short and sweet. Good work. So we may do a little bit with the song. And that's okay if you need to fill in some time, and that gives the students an opportunity to have more one-on-one. They're excited from the song. They're like, some get up and dance and clap, and it's all good. So that is part of teaching with passion. And we're going to do the next video. I'll be in the same shirt talking about feedback. See you then.